Have you ever wondered what it's like to infiltrate a notorious gang? Imagine the adrenaline pumping, the danger lurking in every corner, the lives hanging in the balance. This is the reality for 4 brave FBI agents, 2 men and 2 women, tasked with penetrating a major crime syndicate in Japan. Their mission? To dismantle a ruthless operation dealing in heroin and cocaine, a network that extends far beyond the land of the rising sun. Among them, a beautiful and cunning agent, her allure as deadly as it is captivating. She's their secret weapon, her task to seduce a top-ranking gangster, to weave a web of trust and deceit. But the stakes are high, the danger imminent. Every move they make could be their last. The mission is clear, the path is treacherous. Yet they step into the shadows ready to face the unknown. Little did they know, this was only the beginning of a complex web of deceit and danger. How far would you go to crack a case? This question would have stopped many in their tracks, but not Agent Victoria. With a heart as brave as her beauty, she dived headlong into the perilous world of crime and deception. Victoria, the stunning, intelligent, and fearless FBI agent, found herself in the glamorous yet grimy underbelly of Japan's crime syndicate. Her mission? To charm and ensnare one of the most notorious gangsters, the man known only as the Serpent. Their encounters started innocently enough in the glitzy, neon-lit bars of Tokyo. Victoria's allure was magnetic, and the Serpent, although a seasoned criminal, was not immune. It was a dangerous dance, a game of cat and mouse. Victoria, the enchanting enchantress, and the Serpent, the cunning predator. Each meeting was a high-stakes gamble, a perilous tightrope walk between desire and duty. As their relationship deepened, Victoria found herself walking a razor's edge. She was an agent of the law, drawn into a world of shadows and secrets, risking her life for every piece of evidence she could gather. Every whispered conversation, every clandestine meeting was another piece of the puzzle, another step closer to the truth. But beneath the glitz and glamour, danger lurked. The Serpent was no fool. He was a master of deception, a puppeteer manipulating the strings of the underworld. Victoria was playing a dangerous game, and one false move could cost her everything. Yet, despite the risks, Victoria was relentless. She knew what was at stake: justice for the countless victims of the Serpent's reign of terror. Every stolen moment, every secret shared, brought her one step closer to her goal. The evidence was mounting. The net was closing in. She had the evidence, but would it be enough? Would her courage and cunning outmatch the Serpent's ruthless machinations? Only time would tell. The stage was set for a showdown, a game of wits and wills. Victoria, the beautiful agent, against the Serpent, the kingpin of Japan's underworld. The stakes were higher than ever, and the world waited with bated breath. The moment of truth was at hand. The sting operation was in full swing as the FBI agents swooped in, armed with the damning evidence gathered by their colleague. The notorious gang members, who had been dealing in heroin and cocaine, were caught off guard. The element of surprise was on the side of the law enforcement, and it worked in their favor. One by one, the criminals were apprehended, their reign of terror brought to a sudden halt. The agents, 2 men and 2 women, couldn't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. Their mission, as it seemed, was a success. They had managed to infiltrate the gang's fortress, dismantle their operations, and arrest the culprits. The agents believed they had won, that justice was about to be served, but as they say, the devil is in the details. But what happens when justice is not served? The courtroom buzzed with anticipation as the notorious gang members were led in, their faces a mask of indifference. The trial, a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, began in earnest. The prosecution, armed with evidence painstakingly gathered by our courageous FBI agents, was confident. The defense, however, was not to be underestimated. Their lawyers, as slick as they were ruthless, went on the offensive. They challenged each piece of evidence, casting doubt and weaving a narrative of entrapment and violation of rights. It was a masterful performance, one that seemed to sway the jury and even the judge. As the trial unfolded, whispers of corruption began to circulate. The judge, a respected figure in the justice system, was rumored to be on the take. A top government official, his pockets lined with the gang's dirty money, was said to be the puppet master pulling the strings. The verdict came as a shock to all who had followed the case. Not guilty. The gang members, smirking in their victory, were released back into the world, their empire of crime untouched. The courtroom erupted in chaos, the prosecution's case reduced to rubble. The shockwave of this gross miscarriage of justice reverberated throughout the city and the FBI. Our agents, who had risked their lives to bring these criminals to justice, were left in disbelief. The beautiful agent who had put her heart on the line was crushed. Yet, in the face of this adversity, they remained undeterred. The fight was not over. The Secret Criminal Investigation Department, a team known for their tenacity and refusal to back down, stepped in. They were determined to right this wrong, to uncover the corruption that had allowed these criminals to walk free. Justice, it seemed, had failed. But this was not the end. This was merely the calm before the storm, the prelude to a battle that was just beginning. And in this battle, there would be no room for corruption, no place for injustice. The fight for justice was far from over. When the system fails, who steps up? Enter the Secret Criminal Investigation Department, a team of dedicated sleuths who work behind the scenes when the ordinary course of justice seems to have hit a roadblock. They're the unsung heroes, the last line of defense, and when a notorious gangster walks free, they are the ones who pick up the pieces. Their inquiry into this case was nothing short of meticulous. They sifted through mountains of evidence, scrutinized countless documents, and interviewed numerous individuals. Like a jigsaw puzzle, they painstakingly pieced together a picture of corruption and deceit that ran far deeper than anyone could have imagined. The Secret Criminal Investigation Department found that the gangsters were not acting alone. Their operation was part of a larger network, a syndicate that spanned borders and involved some of the most powerful individuals. The gangsters' lawyers, the judge, even a high-ranking government official, all were part of this intricate web of crime. But uncovering the truth was just the first step. The next challenge was to bring these individuals to justice. The department had to navigate a labyrinth of legal loopholes and bureaucratic red tape. They had to outwit the very system that had been manipulated to let the gangsters walk free. And they did. One by one, the department managed to get all the involved parties jailed. The gangsters, their lawyers, the corrupt judge, and the government official all were finally behind bars. It was a hard-fought victory, a testament to the tenacity of these dedicated investigators. In the end, they proved that no one is above the law, that justice, though it may be delayed, can never truly be denied. In the face of overwhelming odds, they stood up and made a difference. They showed that when the system fails, there are those who will step up, because justice, for all its flaws and failings, is still worth fighting for. Justice, delayed but not denied. In the end, who really won? As the dust settles in the aftermath of this intense mission, we're left to ponder the consequences. The agents, having put their lives on the line in a foreign land, are now left with a bitter taste of failure. The beautiful agent who dared to tread the fine line between love and duty is left questioning the price of her sacrifice. The thrill of the chase, the satisfaction of the capture, all seem to fade into insignificance as the villains walk free. The notorious gangster, once captured and brought to the brink of justice, struts in the streets of Japan once more, his reputation bolstered by his brush with the law. The fear and respect he commands have only grown. He's back to his old tricks, selling heroin and cocaine, his empire rebuilt stronger than before. The corrupt official, having tasted the power of manipulation, has become more audacious in his wrongdoings. The bribe that set the criminals free has set a dangerous precedent. The scales of justice have been tipped, and in the worst possible direction. The public perception of crime and justice has been shaken. The faith in law enforcement has been dented. The message sent out is disconcerting, that crime pays, that justice can be bought, that the good may not always triumph. Yet, in the shadows, the Secret Criminal Investigation Department works tirelessly. They are the unsung heroes, the last bastion of hope in this murky world of crime and corruption. Their determination unwavering, they continue to fight the good fight, to restore balance and bring the guilty to justice. In the world of crime and justice, the only certainty is uncertainty. The battle lines are drawn anew every day. The struggles are real, the stakes are high, but the pursuit of justice never ends. It's a never-ending cycle, a game of cat and mouse. And so the story continues.